a recording of everything I do during the day so that I like know if people call or what to my to-do list and all that stuff. So I have it. If people ask, I can go through it. But I can't
8
read.
years in there?
What?
8 years in there?
No, every year I have a different
Oh,
notebook,
yeah.
but I can't read my writing half the time, so it makes it a little tricky.
I'm right there with you.
Or I write down phone numbers and I don't write down who they belong to, or I write down like dates, but not like what's supposed to happen on that date, so happens all the time.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
6:01.
Is it going? Yeah. Okay. All right, the time's 6:01, and I call the November 10th Board of Selectmen meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we'll try to make the meeting without crying. Last meeting.
Not a problem.
And I just want to thank you guys for being with me in the past, like, what, 4 years we've been together? Yeah. So thank you for everything you've done for the town, and you're gonna keep going, so thanks for being the last one standing. And, yeah, so, see.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has. Thank you, Tracy. You've done a great job.
Okay.
Not just over the past 8 years, but you did 4 years prior to that as a selectman. So, you know, you've got 12 years serving the town. So this is big. You know, you did more than a decade. This is a significant portion of your life.
I bet some days it seemed like it was even more than just a decade.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do approval of the minutes. And these are from the special meeting. that we
October
had in
28th.
school. Yep.
I see the charges are on.
Yep, they just did that today, finished it. I didn't know if they were gonna be coming because of the rain, but I guess it didn't stop them, so they didn't get electrocuted.
They came a little bit late. So.
Next, they had to shut the power out when he came at 4. They had to do something to turn the power out to like connect them. So all the computer, I'm surprised the computer worked.
I couldn't get this started.
That's why I didn't even think of that. We have a.
Looks good to me.
I second the motion to approve the minutes as written.
So motion was made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
So the minutes are approved. Do we have any additions to the agenda?
No.
No. Correspondence and announcements? No. All right, Public Works. So for Public Works, the first one is policy for the treatment and disposal of street sweepings and catch basin cleaning. This was at the request of Public Works employees because we have just started. But we had a large pile of street sweepings and catch basin cleaning that we had to dispose of. So we put this policy together to make sure that it's done safely and in a way that does not leave the town liable for anything. The street sweepings and the catch basin cleanings are treated as a hazardous waste. And this just covers in writing for reference the DEP policy, DOT policy, it references, and Connecticut state statutes, DEP remediation standard regulations, and solid waste management regulations are all included in this policy.
Mhm.
We've already done a batch of dirt that we've tested and screened. We don't have we don't own like a screening device.
sifter,
Yeah, so, and this would be the only thing we use it for, so we actually didn't want to buy it. It's actually cheaper, we just rent it when we need it, so.
So who's doing the environmental testing for the heavy metals?
That we
Copper,
send it
zinc,
to,
lead.
I think we send it to Phoenix Labs. There's laboratories that, that test it, and, they send back a whole, when they come and test it, they take pictures of the site of where they're, and they take pictures from where exactly in the file they're getting, the testing from. And they send back the full report, so.
What do we do with it if it's toxic?
So then it becomes hazmat,
Yeah.
and then we have to follow state hazmat guidelines
It
for
could get
how to dispose of it.
It says it in here, disposal of non-reusable material, being determined to be, that's non-hazardous, so. to be
But
determined to be
second,
hazardous
yeah.
shall be managed in compliance with DEP hazard waste management, so.
Yeah.
It's based on that.
So we call in the hazmat cleanup team. It's okay, they're only like $100,000 just to show up.
Mm.
And then the amount of work, no, I don't know. But I know there's a procedure somewhere. So,
And then, included with the policy is a handover form, so that, because once it's tested, it can be used for, certain things, and that the form protects the town with a transfer. And attached with the form would be a copy of the testing results.
So this would be considered the first reading, and then,
We can do it the first reading, or if anyone has any questions or not, or we can
pass it on to the new board.
pass it on to the new board.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay. So the first reading, you guys will have the next reading, or your first reading.
and then we can vote to approve it or not with changes.
And if you
So,
have questions, you can ask Public Works. Maybe they can come and explain it to you if you want them to come to the meeting.
Okay.
The next one is the Town of Volunteer Snow and Ice Control Policy. This, we review this we update this every year. So this is the updated version. I added to it the ordinance that we just passed. So that's what's different. I took out the actual list of the bus turnarounds because every year that list changes. So I just put on page 2 for number 5, bus turnarounds depending on the bus routes estimated by the school district to the first selectman by November 1st. I haven't gotten the list yet. But it's the point of that is so that Public Works, if there's a snowstorm, they can make sure all the bus turnarounds are plowed. It's a problem if they're not, and they need to know where they are because they change. So this we can approve and because that's the only difference in the update.
Is this where we list rates for contractors to plow? Or is that-
No, this is this just goes over what our like how they, how Public Works manages, the snow and ice control.
Yep.
So it talks about, how we use the strip salt. It talks about, the amounts of salt they put down, spreading practices, the plow operations, what's expected from residents as far as, when they plow their driveways, when there's mailbox damage, trash cans in the road, stuff like that.
Did we need to update this based on what happened last winter with Autica?
When you put the stuff in the road.
When he put 6-inch 4x4s so that they weren't
Railroad.
plowing into his
Railroad ties.
Yeah,
Railroad
that's
ties, that's what it
actually
was.
in here.
under private impediments?
Yes,
Okay, I just want to make sure that that was adequate for what happened there,
yeah,
since someone got injured.
We got both today.
yeah. Which is-
Okay,
It's gonna be Brian's problem.
it's gonna be a lot of that.
So maybe you guys are going for it and not me, so.
All
So
right,
this we can approve it.
we have to readopt it, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, we just reapprove it with the shape for the changes.
Sure. One of the things that is on the Jutsi board of directors, every time we have a policy, we always have the policy when it's initially adopted and then successfully
Okay,
reapproved. And I'm not sure we have that here.
okay,
Yeah,
Might be something for best practices
okay.
it
going
is.
forward.
Yeah, I can show you a sample of what it looks like. Actually, I can show you a sample of what it.
Ta-da!
So, yeah, we can do that where it's version 1 approved on this date, version 2 approved on this date, and what changed. So that's standard corporate policy stuff
Okay.
for corporate policies. So, okay, good idea.
Move to approve.
Second, to approve.
So motion's been made and seconded to approve the updated version of the town of Allentown snow and ice control policy. Is there any more discussion?
None.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carrying none is first. Traffic authority. Oh, I met with, under the traffic authority. I met with Sean Berry from the T2, the T2 classes.
Yep.
They, he came out and looked as to suggest where to put we got 2 new, speed signs. So, and these are really easy to move and they're temporary. And so he recommended some places to put them. And I talked to Public Works about it, and one is coming into town, like right on the Griswold line, to slow people when they're coming into Main
That's right.
Street.
Yeah, that's right after it hits the 30-mile-an-hour zone.
Yeah,
So,
so
After the
put
downhill.
one there to slow them down before they come into town. And to put one coming from the other direction at the top of the hill by the cemetery to slow them when they're coming down that way, is what they're supposed to do, so.
because both ways into Main Street, the 30-mile-an-hour zone are, as we've learned in years past, speed accelerator zones.
And he left a list of other places to put them too, because these can get moved easily, so they can get moved between the other locations too. One of the locations was, trying to remember where they were. I think by intersection Rockville, there was one down there, the location. But he put house numbers and they're pretty detailed, so.
Because what you mentioned earlier and what you just said, these are very easy to move.
Yeah,
Do we need to change to something that's not easy to move?
no, I don't think so. They do get staked into the ground. But they're not like cemented into the ground.
Okay.
So they're not, they'd be hard to steal, I think, if that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yeah,
It is not temporary and go somewhere else.
yeah. They're
Under
just
and over in
not,
how many months until the person goes missing?
they're just not
Three?
they're not cemented into the ground.
Yeah, no, I've seen the portable speed signs, and they normally have a heavy-duty chain.
Yeah.
Going to either a a post or a tree or some other very heavy object that Public Works could drop off with a piece of heavy equipment.
Right, yeah, he didn't say that they needed anything like that, but there was
So-
any issues, so.
Because the ones on, I'm blanking, right by Con College,
Mhm.
there's they're pretty much permanent speed signs right there, but they're the portable models.
Right.
And those are chained in place. So, okay. That is also right next to a college campus.
Mm.
So,
Finance
We'll talk about
report, I didn't see any attached finance director or treasurer's report.
nope, I don't have anything in my packet either.
So there's no old business, so new business, tax refund. So for tax refunds requested by the tax collector, we have, William Greenwood, $80.99. Penny Dermody, $12.20. And Justin Phillips, $250.09.
Move to pay the request.
Second,
Okay, so the motion's been made and seconded to pay the refunds as requested by the tax collector. Is there any discussion? Anyone?
Nope.
Nope. All in
No.
favor?
aye.
Aye. Opposed, hearing none, they are approved. Is this the one I'm supposed to sign?
Yep.
Okay.
I do have one question, just out of curiosity, and one for the first one for William Greenwood.
Yep.
So this Connor M. Greenwood and then an asterisk William.
I don't know, that's asked as that.
No, she's local, she knows everybody in town, so I trust her.
Anything else?
Nope. I move to adjourn the meeting.
For the last time.
Absolutely.
I second the motion to adjourn this Board of Selectmen for the last time.
Aw. All right, so motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And so we're done. Thank you.